So in the first part of the Xterra Project X build, which is my 2012 Nissan Xterra, that video was done in Arabic, but it had subtitles. This one's going to be in English. So we have been working on it to turn it into a semi-overlander. Now what we're going to be talking about in this episode, well, we covered a lot of the bodywork, the paint, the exhaust system, the tuning, all of that in part 1. So if you haven't watched that, you can find that video down here. In this part, we're going to be talking about all the Overland gear that we put onto Project X. We're also going to be looking at all the changes that we did in the interior. That was all custom work. I've got a great kitchen and drawer system that Power Performance Customs put together for me. I've got a foldable bed that I got done from 1x1. And I've got other cool stuff that went in there, including the dual battery system and a solar panel and a lot of other cool things. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Here we go. Let's jump right into it. First things first, I've got myself a 2-meter 270-degree awning from quickpitch, and this thing gives you shades for days. So I stayed with the roof rack that comes with the Pro4X, and on the other side I got a Kuwait all-terrain cylindrical water tank and an Ironman ensuite awning, and that is the rooftop setup. Of course, there's a solar panel that goes up there as well. So now let's talk about my favorite part of this build, which is the customized drawer system that Power Performance Customs built for me. We opted to use aluminium for the build, and the reason is that I wanted something sturdy and strong, so this really did give me that feel into it. We also designed the entire thing at the shop at PPC. We've got side panels on both sides that house all of the recovery gear that I need to put in there, or the dual battery system, which is what we ended up doing with it anyway. Then we've got, of course, a little bit of space on the sides to put in our switch panels, and I opted to go for the right hand side to do that. So the drawer system comes with 2 drawers. The one on the right is the one that I use for all my utility gear. So the compressor, anything else that I want to put in, all goes into this drawer. So this is the drawer that I'm really proud of. You get a slide out sink, which moves on to the left hand side, pops down, and there you go, you have a sink. On top of it, you've got a little bit of space for you to store any of your utensils or any other things that you want down there. And then the bottom drawer opens out, and this is your cooktop. It can be used as a table, it can be used as your cooktop, and we've also been able to put in a small drawer system underneath it so you can store any of your dirty utensils and other things down there. The next step after the drawer system was the rims and the tires. So for the rims and the tires, I opted to go for the Black Rhino Black Edition rims. They're size 16, and I got the BFG all-terrain KO2s that are 285/75 16s. Now with the 2-inch lift that I have from the Ironman Nitro shocks, I think these tires and these rims really look good on Project X. So for those of you following the channel for the first time and who don't know me, and for those of you who do know me, I always try to add something unique into the car that is a touch that's inspired by somewhere and has a little bit of feeling of my own. So I wanted to put in a Renogy electrical system into this car, solar panel, DC to DC charger, but I just didn't want to put that in a normal way. I wanted to place it against the wall or some kind of a place where it would be visible. And I got that inspiration from 24/7 4x4, which is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Shano and the guys are amazing, and their trips are out of this world. So that's where the inspiration came from, and I was lucky enough to get to know Fahad from 1x1 Garage, who designed the entire Molle system in the car, and that's where we mounted all the electrical items. Check this out. On our way to 1x1 garage, which is in Molle industrial area, and we're going to be putting on Molle's whole plan. So the idea was very simple. I wanted to mount all the electrical items onto a Molle system that would be visible. So after laying everything out, the guys at 1x1 got to work on putting on the Molle system. I ended up putting on 2 Molles at the back of the car to cover the back windows, and 2 Molles that are at the front passenger and driver side doors. And those are going to be used to mount other things. And the final outcome turned out to be better than what I expected. So now let's talk about the electricals that I did for this car. I wanted this car to be able to take me off the grid for at least 3 or 4 days. So I opted to go for the Renogy DC to DC charger, as well as an Optima battery, and of course I got the whole package from Renogy. I got the solar panels, I got the DC to DC charger, I got the screen that has a Bluetooth connect to my phone. And the best thing about this was that we did this entire build at my house. Abu Ali and Hussein came over and we did it over one night, and it was a lot of fun doing it. The good thing about that is that I now know every single wire inside this car. So all the wiring has been done by me, by myself. If anything goes wrong while I'm off the grid, I can definitely go in there and fix it. Alright, so that was part 2 of the Project X build. The next episode, we're going to be revealing the entire build. We've put in a foldable, custom-built bed in there. We've also built our own drop-down slider for the fridge, because those are pretty expensive. So I hope you guys liked this episode. I hope you liked the channel, and if you did like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The final reveal of Project X is going to be out next week on Friday. So if you haven't, subscribe, press on that button, and I'll see you soon. And don't forget to keep exploring.